What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. And today's a return of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where I'm doing these kind of blind reacts. I don't know the song titles. It's been just about a month since the last time I reacted to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I've been playing the game, and I'm in chapter 4 right now. So, in case you didn't know, I'm basically hearing a bunch of songs from the backlog that were requested, but I don't want to know the names of the songs so I can get just a full, basically no spoilers. So we're going to be hearing two songs today, which right now, I don't know what they are. So let's just get to it. Two songs requested by Stormfall7 and Mr. Dragon 666. Let's begin, and we can talk later about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Well, that's already way different from what I'm used to. The flutes. This is one of the more emotional songs I've heard in the whole soundtrack. Sounds like a music box. As per usual, I don't know if this and the next song are connected whatsoever. I think this is the most piano I've heard in a song from 3. It's interesting reacting to the music after about a month of playing it so far. You know, like I was wondering how my opinions would change or something as I'm playing it. This is a very unique case on the channel, right? No other time have I asked to not have the song titles, but I've never reacted to as I'm playing it, you know? This is all a very new experience for me. Previous times that I've, played a game, previous times I discover the songs here and then, get enough interest to play the game. I just clear the backlog before I start playing it. And most of the time that's just because there's not that many left. In this case, there's plenty left. But also, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the only game that I've played because of the Auditorium that didn't have to do with the music. So, yeah, right. I played 1, and two, because I was so impressed by the soundtracks. And even when I beat 1, I was already kind of invested, so 2 was like a natural thing. But 3 is the only one for sure in not just Xenoblade, but every game I've ever played where it wasn't the music that like grabbed me right away. It's just I wanted to play the next game. You know, I wanted to continue the story and meet the characters and all that. At this point, the music was just a bonus. So about a month ago, last time I heard this, I did say that it was like the weakest soundtrack of the 3, which by default something has to be. And I think that's probably going to carry out the whole thing. I don't see that changing, nor is that a good or bad thing. It's just a thing to me. I don't think about it, because to me, what someone may hear is the weakest, for me it's still better than a lot of soundtracks ever. You know, it's just it's competing with itself. It's competing with Xenoblade. So 3 is competing with 1, which is competing with 2. So it's kind of a hard fight there. But though, as I've played the game now, I've been playing for about a month now. I'm in chapter 4-ish, about to get to 5. It's different now. Right now, I can kind of get a feel for the game. This is another rarity. I don't have that essence of world building and, you know, meet the characters and all that. You know, now I know Uni and Lance and Noah and Mio and all that. So it's like, But yet, it's still difficult for me to place Xenoblade music somewhere. I can't tell if this is cutscene music or a location. A lot of the music in 3 is just kind of spread out in a very, I don't know, it's more ambient for sure. There's some times where I catch myself like humming back a tune, but it's a lot less frequent than the first 2 games. And I think even though I'm coming around to recognizing some songs now, I think Xenoblade 3 will just be it'll take the longest for my ears to adapt to it, and then, you know, way down the line I'll start humming back melodies without having to guess which one it is. But I also did say recently that Xenoblade 3 to me is the most fun game out of all of them. This is the only game I would consider like replaying, and I haven't even finished it yet. So I just love all the customization, pretty much that. Yeah, just everything you can do with it. The mechanics, the fighting is cool. It's huge. The scope of it all makes the Nintendo Switch feel gigantic. Anyways, just quickly moving on. I think that was probably the most emotional song I've had. Very curious. You know, I can definitely hear the flutes there. So some off-seer stuff is happening, but there's also a lot of piano. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in a story fashion. I'm kind of not looking forward to hearing that. You know, that didn't sound too hopeful or nice. It sounded like something bad. Let's get into the next song. It was great though. I really enjoyed it. I like the piano a lot. It's one of my favorite instruments. So this is the next song. I don't know what it's called. And again, I do not know if they're connected whatsoever. So we'll see. This is what I do like about Xenoblade 3 music, though, is the contrast between like the last song and this song. It just covers a lot of ground. I feel like I heard a motif earlier. Ooh, can I take a guess here? Let me hear the whole thing first. Let me hear the entire song first. What a diverse soundtrack. I love it. Again, reminder, me thinking it's the weakest doesn't mean shit. It's still an amazing soundtrack. It's just competing with 1 and 2. But I will say something that's kind of funny relating to this song after. Let's get the little... I forgot what it's called. It's a little percussive instrument. Love the rhythm. Very warlike rhythm. I love when percussive elements follow the vocals. It's so good. It's so powerful. Ooh, this is great. What a mood setter. Whatever it is. It sounds like an emotional battle to me. And I have a feeling I know where it plays. Not where it plays, but what it involves. I love the horn section. I wish it wasn't more Xenoblade songs, honestly. This is really nice. It's not that common. I almost consider this song a spoiler for me. That's how much I think I know what's going to happen here. But we'll see. Oh, it's almost over. See. It's funny. I've said like the same thing every time I've heard Xenoblade 3. Where like the second song enhances the first one and vice versa each time. That's what makes Xenoblade so cool. Xenoblade is part of a very tight-knit group of songs on here or games that I've played because of the soundtrack, you know. So of course I'm gonna like really gush about it and talk about it. And now that I have 2 games under my belt, it's me experiencing them a different way. It's still very new to me, but 3 is gonna be something I look back on forever because it's such a unique experience. I'm probably not gonna do this again. Who knows? Actually, who knows? You know, playing the 3rd game of a trilogy, reacting to as I'm hearing it before I hear it in game, have all these like curated lists being made for me. Shout out Croy and everyone else helping. You know, so it's like a whole ordeal. Not knowing the song title is such a big deal. I've never done that in almost 2,000 videos. So yeah, it's just really special. So okay, what I think is going on here is, first, let me preface this by saying that my favorite song from Xenoblade 3 so far is the Mobius battle. And it's just such a good battle theme, but it's also just such a good song. It gives me the exact same feeling I got from when I heard Dark Colossus from Nier Automata, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. So it was just like, ooh, yeah. And then I noticed that choir thing is attached to the Mobius. I don't know what we call them, Mobius characters. I just call them the Alphabet Soup group. So I just call them Mobius. And I think what ends up happening with the Mobius crew is something kind of genius, because if you notice, it's like a male choir and a female choir. And from what I gather, Mobius is an interlink between 2 characters, which so far I've noticed have been, you know, a male character and a female character. So you can hear both their voices in one unit. And I think that's the premise here, why those double choirs are happening, because it's relating to the 2 voices together, which is really pretty cool. So when I hear stuff like this, it has to be related to Mobius. But this sounds like a big emotional fight during one of the Mobius fights. But based on the progression of where I'm at in the game, just to give you an idea, to give you an exact, you know, scenery here, the last thing I did in this game was see the cutscene where Lance tries to go for a high five with Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank on your name? Tyon, right? And the whole Mio and Noah scene with the Miyabi, that's where I'm at. So they're about to embark into essentially the castle. So this to me sounds like in the castle, basically. But it sounds a little deeper than just a Mobius fight. It sounds like I'm facing the queen, possibly, which I still don't know anything about. And again, just to give you an idea, in case you missed it, these songs are all being like fed to me before I approach that section of the game. So my guess is it's just all the context I have so far. So it's really exciting, right? It's like all these little layers that go into these reactions. Anyways, that's all I got. They're both cool. The first one's super emotional, a lot of piano, which is concerning me in a good way. Second one sounds like a really fun boss fight to me. And one more thing about this before I go to the next couple of videos. This game is kind of like intriguing to me because I don't know how long it is. I don't want to know how long it is. But the first game had like, I don't know, 17 something chapters, something like that. I don't know. Second game had 10 or so. This game feels huge. I'm only on chapter 4. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know how far I am or not. It's just kind of intriguing to me. Anyways, cool. Lan's the best character. And we continue with more Xenoblade 3. Coming up after this, I have a couple more videos to do. So thank you to the requesters. Shout out Croy. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. My playthrough for Xenoblade Chronicles series right here. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. See you later.